Hey everybody, it's your girl Noelise. I'm here to help you with a tutorial on how to take in your faja. I've been having a very difficult time finding somebody to do it for me, so I have had to take the liberty of doing it myself. I've had some mistakes along the way. Hopefully this will help because I can't find any other person to help me online. So with that said, what you will need is una faja. I've already taken the liberty of hooking mine together and taking it inside out. So this is inside out with a faja. You can see the tag. Mine is a 34, which is a medium, and this is the stage 2 faja. I'm 13 weeks post-op, so I've been wearing this thing for about 12 weeks, for about 23 hours out of my day, every single day, couple plus or minus a couple days. Like today, I'm wearing some Spanx. I'm super swollen right now. I'm wearing this all day long while I wash this. So this is fresh out of the washing machine. I tumbled it low on the dryer to get this video done a little faster before my kids get home and there's a lot of chaos. So of course, like I said, this is my faja. You will need it. You will need a spool of thread. I actually used brown the last time, so it might be a little hard when I try and show you, but this is black, so I can show you guys what's going on. Of course, you will need some needles and a threader if you're not good with threading. I just so happen to be, and I have a Singer. I'm trying to show it to you guys without spilling everything, but like a little what do you call this thing, sewing kit. But what is really important on this sewing kit are these. I think they're called push pin needles or something like that, but you need these. They'll help a lot. Okay, so now that you have all of that, like I said, I used brown thread last time, so you can see. You want to know how much you want to take in. Do not take in too much because you want to take it in equally on each side. So if you want to take it in an inch, take it on half an inch each side. So you want to do 1 inch off your total faja, split it in half, take that much off each side. I guessed. I have a measuring tape over there. I never use it. I kind of eye it and go for there. But one important thing that I do want to tell you guys is when you look at the faja from one side, it's a lot longer. The seam is clear here. So if you take it in all the way down here, I had a lot of pain, right? Probably, I don't really know how to explain it, but I had a lot of pain but right there standing up. And felt like it was really weird. It hurt. So I noticed that I would have to take it out, and when I flip it over, if you can see how that's smooth, flip it over, and then here's the butt, but that back part of it, you want to take it in above this seam right here so you're not hurting yourself. So again, on this side it would look a little weird to start up here, but that's actually from this side up, that's actually where I noticed I needed to take mine in. So again, this is a Maria E faja, so it may be different where the seams are on anybody else's kind of faja, such as the Prada. There's a whole bunch of other ones that I cannot think of at this time, but like I said, everybody's is different. So the first thing I'm going to do, I took this in, but using a wraparound foam, ab board, and backboard, this tended to stretch out a little bit. So now that fourth hook is kind of a little too loose. My massage lady was actually pulling at the back of it. She was like, yeah, this is too loose. You need to go get it taken in. And I was like, well, I guess I'll be doing that. So what we're going to do here, you're going to take one of your little push pins, the little thingy with the ball at the end, the needle with the ball. Okay, can you see that? Put it over my face. I think I'm brown enough. Take that, and you're going to measure out how far you need to go out. So I would say I need to take mine in another inch for it to be like nice and tight like I need it. So I'm gonna go over about half an inch. I'm guesstimating here, and I'll show you what I did. Okay, that's what I did. So I went under it to the other side of the faja, and then I pushed it back up to where it met this side of the faja, and then I kind of put the tip of the needle in the middle That way it's not poking out from either side and I'm not poking myself. It might come out, just be cautious of that. But as you can see, this is where I did it last time, and this is where I'm going to take it in this time. I can take this out if I want to. It's already coming loose as is. I want to see about how to get it taken in, or at least sewn professionally. That way I can cut this part, and I won't have this fabric when I put it back in pushing against my skin, because there's something I get irritated from the extra fabric, you know, digging in my skin sometimes. So for those who can get it done professionally, pay to do it. I'm telling you, getting that fabric cut is something else. Another guy said he could do it, but he had to send it away for 2 days. I cannot go without my Faja for 2 days. I just can't do it. Okay. So I'm going to do it again. Like I said, I'm eyeballing this. So about right here, I'm going to go under where I can see it from this side. Under, come back over, and kind of put it in the fabric so the needle is not poking you. There. You see how these are in line? You're going to take that and you're going to do it all the way up. Okay? Okay. Like I said, I had my surgery 3 months ago in the Dominican by Dr. Derby San Caputo. He is awesome. You hear me? Go look him up. He has 5 stars. The best doctor ever. He speaks English fluently. So does his team, except for Rafael, the driver. But you guys can figure it out. He's awesome. He's like family. I missed him so much. I also stayed at Princess Recovery House in the Dominican. I think the house manager's name is Ninoska. You can call her Nina. Sweet girl. Sweet team. I miss Angie and everybody else that works there. It was definitely a dope experience. Shout out to my princesses. I miss you guys. We got to get up and meet up there soon again. If not for surgery, at least for a girls' trip. Some type of anniversary trip. That would be fun. Okay. So, I think I have about 1, maybe 2 left to do. I have 1 pin left, so I'm going to have to make it 1. Yeah, like I'll probably, once I start sewing, take this bottom one out. If you don't have enough, once you sew past that first one, you can take it out. And then do it at the top so it'll still hold once you get that far up and whatnot. Like I said, I'm going 1/2 inch over from my last one. So now look, I have a little rainbow of pins going all the way. Like you said, I have this space right here. Once I sew here, I can take this pin out and put it up here. That way I can keep going. Okay, so I did that on one side. Let you see that. Now you want to get a needle and your thread. Ironically, you don't need that much thread. That's the funny thing. I would make this big old long piece of thread and whatnot. And oh, here's another pin. I guess I do have enough, but I'll just leave that there just in case. It would get tangled a lot once I'm trying to pull it all the way through. It kind of like knot itself up. So really, less is more, ironically. And if push come to shove, you know, trust me, you'll figure it out. So I would say about, because remember, you're folding this in half. It's going to go in half. So whatever you do, it's going to be about half of that. Gosh, I really don't know. I would say about 3 feet, about 1 meter. Worked. Okay, so I'm going to do that. So I only bit it because I can wet it at the end. I don't really need a threader. I've been blessed with fairly decent eyes. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say my eyesight is good. It's not. But for some odd reason, I can thread a needle fairly easily. So I'm going to do that. Here's my needle. I already had one out from the last time I did all this. So, ow. I'm also very clumsy. I'm going to thread the needle. Almost had it. Oh my gosh, I had it and pulled it right back out. Sometimes licking the end makes it easier because it's wet and all the fibers stick together. Okay, so we've got it threaded. And so you're going to pull it. Oh, it's caught in my blankie. Okay, so we're going to pull it towards about halfway. They're both even. Okay. So here you guys see my little needle at the end. And they're both even. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tie it at the end. Make a nice strong knot. You don't want it to break. That's actually what's going on with mine now. So I'm actually glad I'm doing this. I must have popped it trying to be cute and tight and whatnot. But luckily it's so sewed in that it hasn't just completely unraveled. So whatever way I've been doing this has been working, at least for that sake. So I'm going to tie a couple of knots in it. Try in the same place. That way the knot is thick. It doesn't have to be too thick, but I'm obsessed with strong, thick knots at the end of thread. So I would say I did this about 6 or 7 times. How I've managed to get it not in the same spot is amazing to me. Okay, so we got a nice strong knot at the end and our thread. Oh goodness! Sorry, I did put coconut oil. Interesting. Alrighty. So, like I said, we have this right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start probably right in front of it. I want to do behind, but you know, that extra little centimeter always does wonders. If you've had your surgery, you know this. So I'm just gonna pull it through. And when you flip it over, you can see this. You see where it came out of? I am just going to go right back in, probably just a little tiny bit. Get a little bit of space. And come back through. And I literally do this all the way up. So, I'm going to be honest. I don't know how to edit this video to make it go faster. We're going to try. But literally, I'm going to do this all the way up. Just go over, under. Give it a tiny bit of space between your over-unders. I'll say about, this is stupid, about that much space. I'm talking about minimal, but not too small, because then you're going to end up using all your thread. Do this all the way up, and then tie it off at the end. So let's try this a little bit. You can see it's so much easier in my lap. I'm trying to show you guys so you have a good understanding. Ow. And this is what I mean if you use too much thread, how it knots up. Usually if you just pull it on a little bit, it'll unravel itself. But that's what I mean. Like, you can imagine, oh gosh, see already. It's about to knot itself at the end, and then I have to start all over. So just be mindful of how much thread you use. Oh my gosh. Because sometimes it can get a little much. Okay, whatever. I'm not even going to fight with this thing. Be careful with these pins. Like I said, they're very... They hurt. I said poking around sometimes can help you figure out where you, if you want to stay in a straight line. If you're anal about it. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. Fudge. Sorry, these knots are killing me. Like I'm trying not to break the thread, but for Pete's sake. I don't understand what's so hard. Why? Is it because the needle? Okay, maybe that's why. Okay, I notice if you pull just one string when it knots up like that, and you just come through. Okay, so like I was telling you earlier, I sewed up where this first pin was, so I can now slide it out, and I can put it up here at the top. I'm going to wait for a second, stick it in my couch, but this whole part right here, where that first pin was, is now sewed. For extra security, if you want to, you can always go double over. I would suggest doing it once up and then maybe going down with more thread. Like I said, if you use too much thread, you're going to end up with a lot of knots, breaking thread, and then having to pull it out. Hope you have enough to tie a knot. It's a hot mess. So I suggest going up, starting a fresh needle, coming back down, and then same thing for the other side. I hope this helps. Feel free to leave comments down. I will message you or find some way to get up with you. If you need more help or questions, like I said, I'm sorry I look a hot mess. I'm fresh out of the shower and I'm tired. My kids are on their way home from school and I don't have time for using the dressing up. So hopefully this helps. Like I said, if you need me, I'm here. Thanks guys.